What's going on? Welcome to Disney Adults. I want to know in this very first episode if you think the term Disney Adults is a negative aspect. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? I'm Mr. Techbot. We are at Disney Adults. And again, I don't necessarily know if I want to call it that. If you guys have some cool ideas, please leave in the comment down below. But, I am a Disney adult, and I think there's in some aspects, some people like to think of that term as a negative connotation. I don't. I think a lot of people that are Disney adults, maybe if you're watching this, you feel the same way. You kind of wear it as a badge of honor. There's a lot of people out there that are going to continue to say that that is a bad thing, that you being a Disney adult is a bad thing, and it's not. I go to the parks with my kids, but sometimes I don't. I like going there just for the ambiance. It has nothing to do with children. There's an ambiance that Disney brings to you that reminds you of your childhood and reminds you of a good time in your life and reminds you that it is okay to enjoy something. And to me, that's what Disney brings to me and has always brought to me. And I think, regardless of what you feel about them when it comes to, their politics or how they raise their rates and how they do a lot of things, there you can't deny that feeling of just sometimes walking around those parks just kind of brings you back to a better time. And maybe that's not for everybody, and I completely understand that doesn't have to be for everybody. But for the people that do enjoy it, let them enjoy it. Here's the bottom line: is there's so many people in this world right now that like to tell people what to enjoy and how they should feel. Um, let people be them. Let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. Let people, they're not hurting anybody. They're spending their own hard-earned money on this merchandise that maybe you think is pointless, but that's their choice to make. As long as you're not going out and hurting anybody or stopping anybody else's fun, I say do you and do what you enjoy. Keep making those TikToks out there, people. Keep making those YouTube videos. Keep enjoying life. And you know what? All the rest of the trolls and everybody out there, you know what? It's just noise. If you do like this kind of content, I'll just say this early on: hit that like button and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That's really all I'm going to say about that. Because again, if you don't, hey, don't hit those buttons either way. It doesn't bother me. I'm going to do this regardless because this is a hobby of mine. I love talking about Disney. I have no ulterior motive. Yes, I am monetized, and I like to be fully open with everybody, but I don't really care about that. I make pennies from YouTube. I'm not a big YouTuber. I seriously just do this for the hobby and the fun of it. And we go from there. But one of my favorite things and why I wanted to kind of start this series of I guess I don't know what they are, episodes, shows, whatever, brand, is because I love talking about Disney. And I love going out to the parks. Sometimes I have a hard time vlogging in the parks because there is an anxiety of wandering around and with a camera. I don't mind it, but there is a small anxiety there. But I think as far as vlogging in the parks, there's enough people that do it. You got the fantastic YouTubers like Tim Tracker, Paging Mr. Morrow, and so many more. I mean, Super Enthused is another fun one I like to do. Mammoth Club is a fantastic one. And they do it so well. I probably, if there's any YouTuber I would love to meet at some point, it would be a Tim Tracker or a Paging Mr. Morrow. I probably watch those two the most. Something about Nate from Paging Mr. Morrow just brings you into his world and allows you to, really just enjoy his excitement. You can see his excitement on his face. And I don't think that's fake by any means. But What I want to do is I want to talk a little Disney with you guys, and hopefully, a little bit into this, you're still with me. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go over. I kind of do this almost once a week myself, just so I stay up to date. So I figured maybe why not start doing it with you guys. Now I do go through the internet pages and try to see what's going on new with Disney World. Now I don't focus so much on Disneyland because I live 20 minutes away from Disney World, so I try to stay up top with everything that's going on with Disney World. Now, before I get into this, though, I will put all these websites down in the comments below. Now, these are the typically probably the three, maybe four websites that I use the most, and I'll explain to you why I use these the most to stay on top of most of my Disney news, and maybe why I don't like them a little bit. But I give them a lot of credit, and if you are not bookmarked these web pages on your browser, you need to. So definitely, if you're a Disney adult and person that wants to keep up with Disney, you need to book these web pages. So let's first get into it. So I'd say if we're gonna start with something Disney. We're gonna hit up there. Now I don't hit this website up that often, but they do have some basic news, and it's the Disney Parks blog. The only reason I do not hit this up that much is because their information is few and far between. I mean, as you can see, their last post was on the 26th, nothing through the weekend. I'm sure that a lot of times weekend information does lack, but they don't bring up a lot of information. So you have, a couple different things like Disney Eats, warm up soup. If you're into Disney recipes, that's definitely something to check out. 8 ways. Yeah, if I can speak right, 8 ways to celebrate soulfully during Black History Month. That's awesome, especially Black History Month. I love that. There's a lot of great culture in there, and I think it should be well celebrated regardless. Let me see. Let's see what the 8 ways are. So we're gonna go through here. We've got one ring in the celebration with Michael James Scott and the honorary park grand marshal. That's pretty awesome. I'm assuming this is probably going to be no, this is at Magic Kingdom. Okay, so this is cool. So, Broadway performer, Orlando native Michael James Scott, and he's pretty much played the genie on some of the Broadway musical ones. He's going to be the Grand Marshal at the Disney Festival Fantasy Parade at Magic Kingdom Park on February 6th. That's cool. His appearance is going to kick off a month-long celebration. That's pretty awesome. You can collect new Princess Tiara pins. Is that a pin? That's kind of cool, actually. That might be pretty awesome. I could do like that. I'm not a solid pin collector, as much as I am collectors of many other things. Pins, I don't know, just never fully gotten into them. I've had other friends that have. I just never really did. What else we got? We got Celebrate the Arts at Epcot International Arts and Festival. Looks like they're gonna have Ryan Miller, Yesenda Moises, and Lasara. And again, if I mispronounce any of these, I truly, truly apologize. I am not the best pronunciation of things, but this is definitely so. These are going to be three Black artists taking part in various days through February 19th. Awesome. Actually, I might have to go check out some of these. I love Festival of the Arts. I was actually just there last night. We saw some really great presenters doing Mary Poppins and another one doing a bunch of Lion King songs. It was fantastic. They were really, really good. And no, I did not film it by any means, although I probably should have. Looks like we've also got Steven Taylor. Oh, so that's who was there last night. Okay, yeah, that was the 28th. So he's there again through today and a couple more days into February. L. Steven Taylor. He did Lion King. He was fantastic, by the way. Great voice, great voice. Did an awesome job. If you're in town during these February times on the 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 6th, I strongly recommend going and stopping by checking him out. He was really good. You also got Kissy Simmons, Bradley Gibson, Michael James Scott, who again does a lot. So he's not only going to be the Grand Marshal, but he's also going to be performing. That may be something to check out. I've heard he has a fantastic voice. So he's going to be doing Aladdin tunes. So, February 9th, 11th, 12th, 15th, 18th, and 19th. Good Lord. Six performances. That's awesome. I might actually have to go check that one. Plus, I mean, I had some great, great food out at Festival of the Arts last night, and there's still a bunch that I didn't try. So I want to get back out and check those out. Explore artistic expressions at Disney Springs Art Walk. Head over to Disney Springs. I know they've been doing a lot of different art murals on the walls um, that you can see. I think through town centers. The last time I saw some fantastic art going on out there. You can also check out the African art exhibit at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. You New installations coming to Pizza Fari. Um, Okay. Let's see. It's coming to the Pizza Safari at Animal Kingdom beginning February 1st, featuring artwork from an internationally renowned, if I can speak, featuring artwork from internationally renowned Nigerian American artist Victor. Nah, I'm not even gonna say because I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, I think it's a disgrace for me to even try to pronounce that because I'm gonna do it a disservice. Um, what else we got? We got be inspired by the work of Floyd Norman, Disney's first black animator. That's pretty awesome, actually. So what did he do? Floyd Norman was the first credited black animator, helped animate character Ka and Shere Khan. Okay, from the Jungle Book. That's awesome. Hey, animators. I know it's a lost art in a lot of ways because everything's kind of gone digital, but I mean that's pretty awesome nonetheless. Um, what are they doing for him? Is I guess the question. Disney Conservation Station animation experience. Okay. At Disney's Animal Kingdom, you'll receive a step by step guidance on how to illustrate your own version of the popular Disney animation and Pixar animation studio characters. Okay, so you're going to get different ones like Finding Nemo, TikTok from Peter Pan, Scar, Lion King. They used to do a thing like this at Hollywood Studios. They changed it into Launchpad. They had a whole animation area. You could go in there and kind of draw. I think I still have some somewhere. I think I had a grumpy one that we did one time. That was a lot of fun. I really wish Disney would bring that back. That was really cool. But I'm also not a person to sit and stay stuck in the past. I always feel that you got to follow it all what Walt said and always continue to move forward. And I think that main premise a lot of people happen to forget. Indulge in cooking with soul cuisine. So we got a mini red velvet cake with cream cheese buttercream. Oh, red velvet is awesome. Um, so it looks like you can find that at Landscape of Flavors, at Disney Art of Animation. You can find it at Caribbean Beach, Pop Century, Port Orleans, um, French Quarter, and Riverside. Okay. We also have the Tiana's Petite Vanilla Chiffon cake with lemon chantilly and fresh strawberries topped with fondant flour and Tiana's chocolate piece, which can be available at the Main Street Bakery at Animal Kingdom. Or sorry, Animal Kingdom at Magic Kingdom Park. That will be available from February 1st through March 1st. I think all these are going to be available during that time. Wow, this looks really good. Shrimp and grits, roasted corn, goat cheese, permy shrimp, and green tomato apple chutney. Ooh, ooh. This you can find at Tiffin's Restaurant at Animal Kingdom Park. You also got, I don't even know what this is, but it's a marinated fried pork shoulder, fried green plantains. Oh, wow. This is at Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar at Disney Springs. That's cool. That's actually at Jock Lindsay's because sometimes, someplace like Animal Kingdom, you have to, of course, have entry to get into. This is at Springs. So, anybody can go check that out. So I think that one's a lot really cool. And of course, last you got Making Memories with Ariel, Tiana, and Asha. I think that's what it is. Asha. Through February and beyond, interact at Disney's Magic Kingdom Park. Let's go back. We got Tiana at Magic Kingdom Park, Ariel live action at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and Asha at Epcot. We haven't seen the live action, or we haven't seen the Wish movie yet. I heard it was really really good. It's hard to get the kids out to the movie sometimes, so we haven't been able to get to that area yet. But I've heard nothing but good things, and we'll probably just wait till it comes out on Disney Plus and watch it that way. The kids absolutely loved the Little Mermaid live action, and I thought it was a pretty good movie too. I think the actress did a fantastic job. So they have a bunch of my daughters even got the lounge fly bag of the live action one, which has of course the character. I can't remember her name. I'm horrible with that. The character who played Little Mermaid, and of course also the Ursula, who was, I'm sorry. You guys got to put in the comments down below. I forget. I'm horrible with character names, and I'm not gonna lie. So let me go back to this real quick. I think that's really it. I mean, Disney Parks blog is kind of. Oh, I did want to see one thing that they did have left, and then we'll skip on to something else. So I did want to show. I saw something that was kind of cool. That let me see if I can find this again. Here we go. Um, let's bring that back up. So they have a bunch of different things. They kind of talk about a bunch, but you also see, I thought, of course, if you, I will talk about Disney Cruise Line, even though it's not Disney World, but I'm a huge fan of Disney Cruise Line. So we just have to check it out. Let me put it on this view first. So we got Mickey and Minnie debut in their Bahamian inspired designer outfits. This I think is great. Of course, I think this is kind of working its way up into, the new Lighthouse K, or Lighthouse K at Lighthouse Point. That's a tongue twister, but which is a new Disney island that they're going to start having, and it's a huge Bahamian inspired thing that they're doing, and I can't wait to eventually get out to that. I love Castaway Cay personally myself. I think it's a fantastic location, but I love that they're giving some inspiration and giving Mickey and Minnie a new outfit inspired by the Bahamian colors and outfits and everything like that. So I'm not going to read too much in this, but if you guys want to go to the Disney Parks blog, there's not too much more, and I think they do a good job. Now, we're going to go to what I think is one of my personal favorite um, websites that I probably get most of my information from. I absolutely love this, and especially if you are not following on this page, I don't know what you're doing. But we're going to go over to the WDW Magic.com. And I love this website. I like how it's laid out. I like how it works, and I just love the website itself. So WDW Magic, keep doing your thing. It's absolutely awesome. But we're going to go over a couple things on here. Of course, Disney has announced more good to go days in 2024 for Disney annual pass holders, which is awesome. Which is so much easier. I've gotten to be able to use it recently. Although pass holders, you can kind of don't need reservations, but it's just nice ease to not have to worry about it. Don't forget, Magic Kingdom is closing early. On the 29th, which is today, the day I'm posting it. So you don't have a lot of time to prepare because they do have their annual cast member party that they do every year, which I think is fantastic that they close out a park to uh, you know, I've never gotten to go. I've only heard rumors of these different parties. Of course, you have to be a cast member, and you have to be a cast member for, I think it's 10 years at least to get invited to these parties. And I heard they're just nothing but fun. And I think that's great that Disney closes the park early for the cast to be able to enjoy themselves, especially ones that have put in that much time into being a cast member alone. So kudos to them. But yeah, if a lot of times when they do these, please keep in mind of these because you don't want to waste a full day at Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom's the most expensive park. So if you hear these and you're out here, definitely move your day to a Hollywood Studios, to a Epcot. Probably Epcot, probably easier because that way you're gonna at least get some fireworks. But you know, I would definitely adjust your days. Of course, now the Country Bear Jamboree is now closed to reopen in the summer with new songs. This has brought up a lot of controversy only because I think that there's Disney purists out there that would rather nothing ever change to the parks. Things stay exactly the way they were back in the 80s and 90s, and nothing ever progress. And do I 100% think I think the Country Bear is so genuine and original and fantastic. And even though the songs they always had were so cheesy, it wasn't bad. But let's think about it this way. We liked them as our child, but our kids, the kids, the attention that they have nowadays are so much different than when we were kids. With the internet and tablets and all different things out there. You know, the it's not the same. So you have to bring that attention back. Now, whether you have to take newer age songs and bring them into a country bear type of version or countryfy them or whatever they're going to do, to grab attention to prolong the, you know, the country bears, then I say do it. I say try it. Now, of course, not all great changes have always been for the best. I mean, let's just look at Imagination for once. I mean, first of all, I don't know why they ever changed it off the original Imagination. Everybody loved it, and then they just completely ruined it. But in some instances, you got to try something. I mean, let's look at Tiki Birds. They did that new thing where it was under new management. You had Iago and Bird from Lion King, and it did not go well. It was not very good at all. They learned their lesson and they brought back the original, which everybody did love. So I don't think that this is going to be changed so much to the fact that I don't think they can't bring it back if it isn't successful. Let's just hope. But let's hope it does do well, and it is fantastic. And I'll probably still check it out. So, I say we reserve our opinions until we see it. Again, Walt always said you have to continue to progress. And, you know, you can't always just stay the same. You got to continue to bring a new generation. Well, Walt may not have said that last part, but yeah, that's what I say. You got to continue to bring a new generation into this world and have allowed them. They can't have the same childhood experiences you had. The world is different. Um, Stimulation for these kids are different, so it can't always be the same. You got to try new things, and unfortunately, that's just the way you're gonna have to go with that. So let's get back to this. So of course they are closed. Looks like D23. If you are a D23 member, they're going to be celebrating 15 years of exclusive events at Disney Springs. Now, I am a D23 member, and I did do a little bit of research on this one, and it's $50 plus $7 for processing, so $57 per person. You can buy up to 3 tickets. The event's going to be in March. I do have a problem with some time of these types of events because you're already paying to be a D23 member. So then you got to pay for, I think these events should be even more discounted, if not for free, if you are a member. Maybe charge your extra people, but I think you should be able to get in there for free. But I get it. It's limited availability in there. So you got to that's how you keep it limited. I don't know, but you don't get much with it. You get, they make it look like you got a commemorative, badge, and you get, I think, a pin. And of course, there's much more 15th anniversary merchandise. So this is going to be out at Splitsville at Disney Springs. If you are a D23 member and you want to partake, I think the tickets go on sale 10 a.m. The 29th, which this video will probably come out after that, so I am pretty sure it'll sell out pretty quick. I was out at Epcot yesterday. Communicore Hall is starting to look pretty good. Not sure when that's going to be opening up. And of course, we even get into so Country Bear just recently closed. I think it closed this past weekend. So I think Sunday might have even been, or Friday, Saturday, something that the saying was closed was posted 2 days ago. So I'm gonna say Saturday might have been the last day of it. So they were telling you in advance. Reedy Creek Department unveils its new name. Yeah, okay. I guess as things go, I'll give my feelings upon this whole thing. But yes, it's now no longer Reedy Creek. It's Central Florida Tourism Oversight District. I don't know. And I have my own personal feelings about that. And like I said, as things progress, maybe I'll get into it more and explain what some of this, way I feel about this stuff. But I'll throw it in there that I think it's all really dumb. I'm just going to say that. We also got construction continues at Rosewalk. Yeah, I was wondering what is going on over there. Let's see if we got anything on that. I was out there yesterday and saw all the walls up. They call it Rosewalk. So maybe they had roses in the area. It used to be a big playground that they used to do during festival, all the different festival events. They had a big playground area, and it's right next to a newer bathroom, which is also right next to where that temporary Starbucks used to be. which is now I think an ice cream place, something like that. But it's a big area, so I've been wondering what they're doing with this. I know at one point they had festival areas, but they yeah, see that's all I saw yesterday. So I know it's a large area, and not really sure what is going on. I'm sure you can see pretty good views of this from the Epcot monorail or from the monorail that goes from Epcot to Magic Kingdom. So it looks like they're, I mean, those definitely look like flower beds of some sort. Uh, I don't know. I mean, that's, if you guys know in the comments below of what is going on with this area or what you've heard is going on in this area, I mean, please put in the comments down below. I'd love to find out. This is a pretty good mystery, and I think that's kind of, we're kind of caught up with a lot of things now. Again, WDW Magic, you can see a whole bunch of beyond the park stuff, talk about airports and I think the newer um, airport and stuff like that. But WDWmagic.com, strongly suggest. I really like that website, and that's where I get probably a lot of my news from. Now, the last website I'll go to now, before I get to the last well, I'm going to change that. Before I get to the last website, I will say there is one of the websites that I check from time to time. I just don't use them that much because I I don't like their layout. I don't like their layout. And to be honest with you, I think they kind of peg some stories that really have nothing to do with anything just because to try to grab attention. And that is All Ears. And to be honest with you, I think All Ears kind of went downhill when Molly left and started doing her own thing with her husband. Um, I think they were popular because of Molly, because I think a lot of people could relate to her. I think a lot of people, respected her, and she did fantastic work. I still love watching her and her husband. And I think they got a third person in there. I can't remember if it's a friend or something. They do Mammoth Club. If you're not subscribed to Mammoth Club, definitely subscribe to Mammoth Club. And then, again, if you are a Disney adult, I don't know why you aren't subscribed to guys like Tim Tracker, Paging Mr. Morrow, Mammoth Club, Super Enthused. Those should be four that should be on every Disney adult's subscription list. So definitely do so. But I will still put a link to them down bottom, so they are still good Disney news. Now, with that said, the next one I'm going to go over, and I know there's a lot of people, especially with you guys in here in the Disney adult community, might fight me on this, but hold up. I know I've heard 50-50 on whether people like this website or not. And I'll tell you why I do. So we are going to go over to WDW News Today. Now, I know a lot of people are 50-50. I've heard so many different things from you guys out there. Some people like WDW News Today, some people don't. Now, I think they have fantastic reporting. I think that the articles they bring up now, they peg on to so much more, like talking about different police things that have come up, things that have different arrests that have happened. And I don't necessarily go towards that, but they're one of the few websites that really go through and get like a lot of new merchandise information, stuff like that. A lot of the other websites talk a little bit more about, unless it's a huge merchandise type event, we'll bring up different type of items up there. I like them mainly purely for that, and their pictures are fantastic. Now, as far as their YouTube show, I know a lot of people. There's going to be people that are going to love my comment, or people that are going to hate my comment. I personally, I'm not a huge fan of Tom, to be 1,000% honest. I think he is right there in that Disney purist type aspects that would like the parks to remain the way they were in the 80s and the 90s, and can't see past that. They can't see past the progression and the way of bringing in the younger kids to today's Disney. So I again, I'm not saying everything that Disney has done has been good, but I'm not going to turn down everything that they've done. I'm not going to turn everything into, it was a cancer culture type thing. I'm not going to turn everything. I'm going to try to turn it into a positive and say, you gotta see what they're going to do first to change it. I think I've expressed in many times in the past my feelings on, the Splash Mountain stuff. I love the idea, and I don't consider it a cancel culture. I consider it as bringing new generation to the world of Disney. Nobody knew what that cartoon was. Nobody knew who those characters were. And in the youth today, us adults, yes, of course we knew, but we didn't understand either. So I'm not creating that. I'm creating it as I can now take my kids and they can, appreciate something new. So again, if you want to see these things, there's Tom's honest reviews on many things. To be honest with you, I never watch them because I don't 100% agree with the guy in a lot of aspects. So, but you got saying goodbye to Country Bear again, getting stuck in the past. Let's see what they're going to bring for the future, at both Disneyland and Disney World. But again, let's go back to some of these. They have some fantastic, their seven best and worst food and drinks at Disney's Epcot. But let's look at some merchandise first. We've also got, they got the California Adventure Lunar New Year stuff. Ooh, that's got to be looking pretty good. But let's see, we got new Mandalorian Grogu ear headband at Disneyland Resort. And actually, I know this is latest news for everybody, but you can actually, what's nice about this site is you can actually just go off for a certain area. So we're going to look at Disney World alone. So we got seven best. We got a 65th anniversary Sleeping Beauty Dooney and Burke collection coming soon to Walt Disney. That would be pretty awesome. New Pirates of the Caribbean photo opportunity at Hollywood. Wait, at Disney Springs. I'm sorry, I got to read the whole title. So it looks like Disney Springs is going to have a Pirates of the Caribbean photo opportunity. So I think that's cool. So you don't just have to go to the parks; you can at least have fun in that aspect. You get seven best and worst. I know Festival there; it's been around for a while. If to be honest with you, if you want the best of the show for any festival, I mean, definitely check out, again, I can't say it enough. A guy like Paging Mr. Morrow, but I do recommend Disney Food Blog. I love watching their videos every Saturday. And they do every festival they do a best of the fest, and they are pretty on point. I will give them. There's a few that I didn't 100% agree on, but they're on point. So definitely that add another one in there. I'll put it down in the description below. Disney Food Blog. If you're not following them, there's you're not a true Disney adult, I think, to be honest with you. We've got updates for the Cake Bake Shop. To be honest with you, I think this thing should have been open a long time ago. I don't know what is going on with that Cake Bake Shop, but it is taking forever. Of course, still talking more about Country Bears. Yeah, I would agree with this whole construction walls at Epcot is creating some bottlenecks. Yeah, when I was there, this is actually really, and I know it's sad to say, this was my first time at Epcot since the walls came down yesterday, and routes that would go towards living with the land were gone, and you had to go back to the center. It's creating a lot of bottlenecks, and it was cold last night, so we really didn't stay for the fireworks. And I could see on a very busy night that that would really create a lot of bottlenecks, especially through that center. So I don't know what they're up to. What if they're redoing concrete? If they're rerunning lines? I don't know. I mean, who knows? But I know that was a common walking area. So maybe because it was a common walking area, they couldn't finish what they were, getting to do. So again, here's what I'm talking about. You're getting too stuck on Country Bear. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let's see what they have to offer. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Scrim is removed from Columbia Harbor House. Of course, I think I saw. I think they're just doing normal, updating, repainting, making things look good, stuff like that they do every year. If you come to Disney around the first 3 months of the year, up to spring break, you're gonna find lots of refurbishment. That's when Disney does most of their refurbishment. So please keep that in mind. It's a great time because the colds sometimes, the crowds can be up and down. You really don't know. It's weird from day to day. We've got over at Disney Beach Club, we got merchandise including hats, mugs. I kind of like this actually. It has the like old school kind of retro soda shop, and especially if you haven't been to Beaches of Cream, that's awesome. And I call this a dad hat. I'm sorry. I don't know what anybody else calls this, but I call this a complete dad hat. And I might have to buy this just because it's Beach Club. $34.99 for a dad hat. I think I think that's well worth it. I mean, that's a good price. Look at that pattern on the bottom. A Beach Club Resort. I mean, that thing's awesome. I might just have to go out and buy that. Of course, if you are a Beach Club fan, you got a mug, you've got beach vibes, you got a cup. What else we got here? We got was this a magnet you put on your fridge, stuff like that. That hat though, I might just have to get that hat. So let's see what else we got quick for merchandise. We have some new Magic bands. We of course got the what is this? Cinderella Castle Magic Band. Ooh, this is kind of nice. I like that. I like that gold almost. Looks like a black and gold. Um, Park Icon Magic Band. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, so you have the different parks on there. That's cool. Like them both. You can find them at probably all around the property at $44.99. Man, I still gotta say that is still a hefty price for a piece of electronics, but then again, they can be kind of fun and cool at the same time. So I think that's about it for today. If you guys want to see more about this stuff and check out more of what's going on, definitely recommend you going over to these websites, checking up, keeping up daily. I'm going to try to start doing this at least once a week, try to keep you guys up to date with what is going on. So even if you don't go to the websites, you can kind of see it here. Don't forget, again, if you like these websites and you want to continue to follow them, I will put the links to all of them in the description down below. Recommend you hitting that bookmark for them and showing them some love. Whether you like it or not, at least the website. I mean, I'm not going to say if you guys want to subscribe to whoever you want to subscribe to on YouTube, please do that as well. But if anything, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave me any comments if you have any other questions, or just want to, help me fully, I guess, in the end, name this show. We're just going to call it Disney Adult for now. You guys continue to enjoy yourself. If you are planning that next Disney vacation, if even if people don't understand you, guess what? There's people like us that out here that understand you, and you know what? It's okay. And as I always like to say on all my videos, do what you like, do what you love, and never forget to unleash your inner nerd. Y'all have a good one. Later. Yeah.